Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and welcome to Ask MKBHD number 26. Still doing one every month, so this is the one for March 2018. And for those of you who've been paying attention, this is a bit of a special upload, or episode. This is the 1000th video I've ever uploaded to this channel. If you include the live streams and the things we've ever done, this is number 1000 we've ever posted. And it's coming also around the time of the 10-year anniversary of the day I signed up for YouTube. So 1,000 videos in 10 years. It seems like it's been a lot faster than a decade, but that's where we're at. So I asked you guys for questions on Twitter. You had plenty. I kind of asked about like if you had questions about the last 10 years of videos, but most of you just ignore that, so we'll just get right into what you did ask. So first up is, what do you feel you've improved on most and least over 1,000 videos? I can say, noise control. I have not improved noise control. So I know I've improved efficiency the most. Like I've gotten better at editing videos, at shooting, at the whole organization process of putting a video together. So if you give me a day with all this equipment in 2009 versus a day with this equipment now, the video I'd make today would be way better just because I'm faster at editing and better at all this stuff. Improved the least is tough. Like that would imply like I've done this well from the start, so I don't really know if I can think of anything. The thing that comes to mind that's changed the least is probably my language. I've said dope and crispy and words like that from the beginning, so maybe that's something that's improved the least. At what age did you upload your first video, and what did your parents say about it? So, hi mom, dad, if you're watching. I was 14 in 2009 when I uploaded the first tech videos. Just, you know, got a laptop for high school, started making that stuff.
Purchased a new laptop cooler?
I didn't tell my parents for a while. So I was just kind of uploading these things, like making videos in my room under the radar, putting them on the internet. Probably not the best idea as a little kid, but it's gone a long way since then, and it's a little easier. But when they did find out, they were just kind of like, all right, this isn't the worst thing our kid could be doing in his spare time, so I guess keep it up. And they've been very supportive since then, so thanks. How many minutes have people watched your most popular video and total minutes of all videos? So actually, an interesting fact is the most popular video or most viewed video on the channel is a different video than it used to be. It's the iPhone 10 unboxing. It used to be a different iPhone video. And as a matter of fact, probably 7 out of the top 10 most viewed videos on this channel are not just Apple videos, are iPhone videos. But it's past 10 million views, and that has turned into 32,374,255 minutes watched of me taking an iPhone 10 out of the box. Marklin Sagan says, if I beat you at Rocket League, can you upload a 21:9 video in 24p? Okay, a lot of little nuggets in there. So number one, okay, Mark, if you're challenging me to Rocket League, I'm assuming coming out of the woodwork, you're probably pretty good. So we should probably come up with some sort of prize if I beat you also. And then of course, like uploading a 21:9 video, we've talked about like shrinking aspect ratios to 2:1, which is a little less drastic, but I think is a change you can reasonably make in 2018. But 21:9 is a bit more extreme and more interesting and more drastic of a change. For one video, it wouldn't be crazy, but I could see uploading 2:1 videos in the near future. Most of the screens in our lives, like these monitors and TVs and desktops and laptops even, are mostly still 16:9. So it makes sense to keep uploading in 16:9, but obviously our phones are changing that, and there's a lot of 2:1 aspect ratios, a lot of super wides. People like super wide desktops now. So it's interesting considering maybe uploading 2:1 videos in the future. Let me know what you guys think about that. But then also 24 FPS. I've just never been a 24 FPS kind of guy. What is gonna be your next big step up in the filming game? Possibly robots? That will mean more when you see the next video, but stay tuned for that. Is this the year CP3 is finally gonna get a championship? It sure looks like it, and if you look back at an older Q&A video from a couple months ago, like the preseason, before the NBA season started, I was wearing a Houston Rockets hoodie, and I dropped CP3 as my favorite player on the Houston Rockets and why I follow that team. And since then, they've been the best record in the conference. They've won 31 out of their last 33 games, and they look like they're gonna be a 1 seed and hold home court and probably beat the Warriors. Not saying I caused that, but clearly some good vibes there. Why is the Nokia 3310 the greatest phone of all time? Sent from a Nokia 3310. All right, Austin, can you tweet from a Nokia 3310? For real though, this phone is the GOAT. Of course I have one. This phone is the GOAT, the same way that Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, they just kind of, you don't really even think about it. You just kind of know that this is the best it's ever been. But then it gets kind of weird when they like come back out of retirement and they're not the same as they used to be. So you just kind of pay more attention to the way it was. This is obviously the greatest phone of all time. Como Code wants to know about the Red Hydrogen 1 status. I am not authorized to update you on that status right now.
I'm not authorized to.
All right, here's one from the subreddit is, do you regret making any of your videos? Which ones and why? So generally, not really, no. There's a couple instances though that come to mind. One of them was a couple years ago in the college days. So you guys have generally been pretty positive about, showcasing, working with different brands in the studio and in videos. But before any of that, we actually made a GoPro video. This is just me as a college kid with a GoPro trying to figure out what to do with it. And we put it on a dog and did a video of like a day in the life of a dog. So that dog was Mac, and you may remember him from that video. I'll link it below if you haven't seen it. He's really into guarding the door. But we had a little ending of that video, which was just the shot on GoPro animation that you usually see at the end of GoPro videos. I thought it would be cool to add that to the end of our video with Mac. Now, I didn't work with GoPro on that video or anything. It just felt like a natural way to end that video. And the comments on that video tore it apart because they all thought, oh, you got sponsored, but you didn't say it was sponsored, but then you made this ad for GoPro. Obviously, now I get it. It looks like an ad when you end the video the way all the ads end, but I guess I regret adding that animation. We're always very transparent about working with brands though, and I want to be even more obvious about it in the future the way we should, so you'll always know. Like, I've always added it to the description when a device was provided by the people who make it. So that kind of thing is always going to be there, but yeah, that's something that comes to mind. All right, another tweet. What was the most enjoyable video you have ever created? Which is, it's pretty general, but that actually got me thinking about the least enjoyable shooting conditions I've ever had to deal with in making a tech video. Now, I'm not like an action photographer, like running through the wilderness. I'm not Devin Supertramp. It doesn't happen very often that we get difficult shooting conditions. But as you can probably tell, I'm also pretty obsessed with making videos look good. And tech events, and other YouTubers can probably attest to this, tech events, especially new smartphone launches, generally have the worst lighting, the worst shooting conditions imaginable. I'm talking like purple, green lighting, like spotlights everywhere, harsh lighting, shadows, floors that move when you try to put a tripod on them, like really annoying, difficult to make videos in conditions. And I'm not even naming names there, but I think like if you ask any other tech YouTuber, they'll probably have that same experience at some point. But Apple's always seem to be ideal. Like, there haven't been YouTubers at Apple events until pretty recently, but it's pretty obvious when you go to one that they think about the photographers and the news channels and the videographers that go there, and now also the YouTubers. And the one that comes to mind when I'm talking about this is the iPhone 8 launch, which we shot that in a room where they brought all the press back there, but it was literally lit like the entire ceiling was just soft boxes, just huge, white, beautifully soft boxes. And everything we shot in there was effortlessly, like, no reflections, well lit, beautiful. That's the kind of thing I hope for when I go to a tech event, but it almost never happens. Have you thought about making a second channel? This is a thing that definitely comes up in the careers of a lot of YouTubers. Second channels, vlog channels, behind the scenes, separate channels, podcast channels. I've obviously put everything that I make on this channel, which is why we're at 1,000 videos, but haven't really had a need to yet. It might come up, it might be a future thing, but haven't really needed a second channel at this point. Oh, I like this one. Who is your biggest inspiration for your videos or your work? I think you probably were expecting me to say like a couple other YouTubers' names. This may be gonna sound dumb, but Apple's videography. Here I go sounding like an Apple fanboy in this video, but Apple videos, their commercials, their launch event videos are incredible. Now, it's made by teams of people. It's made over a long period of time, and they have like time with the products. It's clearly composition of both real footage and renders. So there's a lot of impossible shots in those videos that I could never get. But every time I watch an Apple video or an Apple commercial, or if you just go on their YouTube channel and just observe the sound design and the lighting and the editing in those videos, that's the kind of stuff I hope to be able to live up to someday. Also, fun fact, apparently Apple shoots all their commercials in 30 FPS. So there's that. Also, you've probably noticed we've started getting a little bit back into interviews generally lately, having Neil deGrasse Tyson on the channel as a guest, which has made me appreciate interviews more generally, and people who do really good interviews. Like, oh hey, a YouTuber, Sean Evans, on First We Feast, on Hot Ones. Really good interviews. Really good interviews. And then what does the K stand for? Hashtag 1000 video special. The K in MKBHD, I think we'll save for another milestone. How about that? We'll leave it at that. So that's been it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks to those of you who have stuck around for a decade, 1,000 videos, a ridiculously long time, and supported the channel and shared the videos up to this point. And hopefully we keep improving all of the things that are in the videos to the point where you'll want to keep watching them. Until the next one, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Peace.